Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 107. Joining me, as always, Daniel. Never really.
What's up, Connor? What's up, gamers?
What's up, Daniel? Did you see the ending of Arthur, the children television show? Did you hear about this, at least?
I saw the picture of him.
You saw the picture of Arthur?
I think my brain collapsed into a black hole.
The episode's on YouTube, so I looked it up.
Oh, no.
And I just watched like the last 5-10 minutes because that was when they flash forward to adult Arthur.
Yeah.
And man, what a trip that was.
So I heard that apparently he is like a graphic novelist, and then the entire story that we know is stuff that he wrote.
Yeah, so
about
he
his
grew
life.
up, and now he writes children's books, and it's his stories from when he was a kid. Just a generic ass kind of ending, honestly, but
yeah, it's a cop out. So did what we see? Did that actually happen, or is this just a story he told?
Oh, I don't know. That's
the mystery of Arthur.
It zooms out in the last 2 minutes, then Daniel, and he's in an insane asylum in a straitjacket.
Oh, wow.
He's not an animal at all. He's a full-grown human.
This is like The Sopranos. Did it happen or not?
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
That's a good point. Good point. But no, Arthur, he looks like I don't know. He's got the haircut of like every early 2000s pop punk band.
I know a lot of those people.
Do you? Okay.
I've met a lot of those people.
Great, yeah. And then his friend the bunny is also a writer, but he writes books for adults. And he's got like a jacket. He was giving me Alan Wake vibes, so I can only assume he'll be in Alan Wake 2 in some sort.
Adult.
He had Alan Wake's jacket too, like the exact one. So I'm assuming he's writing horror stuff. The sister became a cop, and then the one scene they showed of her, she's hitting on a guy that she is arresting or giving like a traffic ticket to.
Flirting with him?
Yeah, that was random. Okay.
This is awful.
I forget. The bully was like a mailman or something. And I'm like, why the fuck is he a mailman?
This is unhinged. I can't take it.
Then Arthur's hipster ass just sits in a corner of a coffee shop all day and writes children's books.
Of course.
That's what our childhood became, Daniel. There it goes.
How many people listen even know what Arthur is?
Probably a lot. Did you grow up with that show a lot?
I remember watching a little, but it wasn't like a show I cared too much about. It was just sometimes it was on PBS.
Remember that episode where he punches DW?
No,
that's where the meme of the fist comes from.
The hand,
the hand,
clenching.
yeah. DW throws his model airplane out a window and breaks it, and then he just decks her, just a knife, just perfect overhand right, like great technique on it. Steps the left foot on the outside, throws the hand over the head.
You gotta get your momentum in there.
Right? Now DW, she had time for a good left hook, but she just didn't have the fight IQ for it.
Anyways, you gotta dodge it.
You gotta dodge it, yeah. Where's that head movement, DW? Nowhere. Don't worry. Train more. Yeah. Anyways, this is a video game podcast, Daniel, if you didn't know.
I mean, I don't know. Is it now? We might just be an Arthur podcast.
We could be an Arthur podcast. Anyways, Daniel, it has been another busy week in the world of video games.
This week is busier than last week. It's insane.
Is it? I guess there's more news items here. It doesn't have the gravitas of last week, though.
No.
I don't even know what that word means, but I know people use it. Anyways.
Gravitas. Gravity. The gravity.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Street Fighter 6 has officially been announced with a short cinematic trailer. Capcom has said to expect more information sometime this summer. Daniel, we got a cool little trailer here. Ryu is buff as hell.
Yeah,
He's jacked.
There were apparently, I didn't look too much into it, but apparently the thing that they uploaded was not right, and maybe he isn't.
Oh, I saw this. It was like it was stretched out.
It was stretched, so maybe he really isn't as large. But yeah, definitely buffed Ryu.
I mean, I don't know. Ryu could have been hitting the weights this whole time. We don't know.
I mean, his frame is just, it wasn't even muscle. It was just his frame.
Fucking rock. Let's go, Ryu.
And then they showed Luke, which is the last DLC fighter for 5, and they said that when he came out, I think he was going to be important to 6. So it was interesting. Okay. We see him here.
That's who that was, because I had no idea who he was.
Yeah,
who the fuck is that?
You might be interested in Luke because he is more MMA style.
Ooh.
I don't know how he fights in the game, but he is like an MMA fighter. He wears little gloves and he has shorts on.
I mean, theoretically, he should whip everyone's ass then. Just Get a
No.
single leg on Ryu. You think Ryu got takedown defense? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt he's got takedown defense. He's like a Taekwondo guy.
Yeah, but he's had to fight Zangief and Akuma.
All right. I'm just saying. Beeb takes him down, chokes him out in 2 seconds. All right, it's done. No. It's done. There's no ground game.
What about Chun-Li's legs? Okay, she can just kick.
See, Chun-Li probably has good takedown defense. The size of those thighs, like
just kick you right in the face.
Yeah, but the timing with anyways, this isn't the MMA show. Yeah, I'm excited for this though. I'm a pretty big Street Fighter fan. I love Street Fighter 2 back in the day, and then Street Fighter 4 on 360 was my shit too. I mean, my friends used to always play that. But then, fighting games is a lot like multiplayer games for me. If I don't have friends, then I'm not playing it. Then I get bored very quickly.
Or the story mode. Hopefully this has a
I mean, see, me and you are really like the. I know you especially like the story modes in the Mortal Kombat games. Yeah, NetherRealms, the DC games as well. What are they called?
Yeah, the Injustice games.
The Injustice, that's it. Yeah, we really like the story modes in those, and those are awesome, right? Those will give me a guarantee. How long are they? 5 to 7 hours ish, whatever around there.
I'd say 4.
4-ish, yeah, whatever. I mean, that'll give me that guaranteed amount of time for as long as I'm playing, and it'll be worth it. I will gladly spend my money on that. The thing is, Street Fighter doesn't normally have those. From what I can remember,
they just need to step it up. They need to show like, hey,
See, I know me and you would really like campaigns added into that with cutscenes and a story and all that. But do fighting game people want that? Like, does the fighting community even care about that type of stuff?
I don't really know if it's about like the problem that Street Fighter 5 had is it only really cared about its hardcore audience, and that game didn't do well. It wasn't on everywhere. It wasn't everywhere. It was PlayStation only. Like, I think this game needs to be everywhere.
It's on PC too, but you're right. I mean, that game did come out and just die. Like, I don't remember anyone ever talking about Street Fighter 5.
It took a while. They had to like update it and stuff.
Did it get better over time? Yeah.
Yeah, it's better now, but yeah, the game just it didn't come out to high praise, and maybe this game just needs to be everywhere. Maybe they need to focus to bring more players in, and I think a story mode would bring a lot more players in, or even just more modes in general. Probably bring more people in, not just the dedicated Street Fighter fans.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd have to play Street Fighter 5 to see what exactly was wrong with it. Was it just like lack of content and stuff?
I think it was lack of content. Yeah. I think it was even lack of fighters at the time, because they've done a ton of DLC characters.
Yeah. So I guess, don't do that again. Come out with a full game, come out with a huge list of characters and a lot of content, and then even a roadmap of what future content will hold. That'll really,
bunch of fighter passes.
Yeah, like all that stuff. You're gonna need all that. Just you can't make this one lackluster, because it's been almost a decade since like Street Fighter was on top now, probably over. So
yeah, sure. I mean, Street Fighter 4 was like 2008 or something.
Yeah,
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was forever ago. And it's crazy because Mortal Kombat has really come in and took its thunder. Like, when
100%.
when I was 10 years ago, it was all about Street Fighter. Like, no one was really talking about Mortal Kombat until those reboots started hopping off. And then it's kind of crazy that Mortal Kombat.
In terms of sales, Mortal Kombat's really high above everyone. I mean, obviously except for Smash, but Mortal Kombat, in terms of the main fighters, is the best-selling fighter. So that if Capcom really wants to take that crown again, they really have to come and make a really good game.
Yeah, come correct, Capcom. Sure.
They still having that really inky look that like 4 and 5 both had.
Yeah,
it's interesting. This seems to be a nice like soft
I don't mind that. I guess I don't even know what 5 gameplay looks like in my mind, but 4, I mean, I really like that art style.
Very much 4.
It's just the same thing, yeah.
Very much 4. Just updated. This looks to be a little different. So if they're kind of doing a complete restart of the series, I'm wondering why they're still kind of doing like things that they did before. But we need to see gameplay and see what it looks like.
Yeah,
it's probably in
the plan is.
They really like the RE engine now, so maybe this is in the RE engine.
Yeah, I wonder what engine
wouldn't
they
be surprised
before for the last one.
I'm not sure.
Engine. Yeah.
It's probably the RE engine. Every game that they've been really doing has been in the RE engine, so
yeah, good idea. I mean, it's a beautiful engine, so might as well.
Apparently, the engine isn't. People think that engine's called the Resident Evil engine. Apparently, it's not. It's
is it not?
I think it's called Reach for the Moon or something like that. Because if you look at the logo, there's like a circle and a hand. Apparently, it's called Reach. Yeah, apparently it's like Reach for the Moon.
That's Ethan's dead body for you. coming out of the grave.
No, stop. As he's looking at the moon.
But yeah, Street Fighter 6. Looking forward to it. When do you think this will come out? I'm thinking they
Next
like
year.
their. Yeah, I think they like their Februarys, if I remember correctly, with Street Fighter.
January. Yeah, I was gonna say like kind of in the middle of the year. It depends on if we're getting like RE4 remake next year.
Ooh,
If
yeah.
that comes out, that would be
What
January.
timeline that'll come. Yeah.
They might want like April or something.
Put a little bit of space in between that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you though. I think early next year we'll get this, and that'll be cool. That's a big game coming out. So
I do want to just mention the logo is not great.
yeah, it looks weird with the S and F.
For a series that has remarkable logos, like awesome, some of the best logos in gaming. Like, go look at the entire history of Street Fighter and their logos. For that logo to be just so basic and just an S and an F with a graffiti 6, very plain, and I just don't like how it looks.
Yeah, sorry, okay, we're gonna go to this one because I just saw this in the doc, which I did not read. New Vegas 2 is in early talks at Microsoft. Who is this coming from? Is this the surprise? What?
I put this in
Ooh.
here. So it's in.
By who?
Keep going.
Hang on, let me see this. Yeah, I got pulled up.
Obsidian.
Speaking of Giant Bomb, Grub Snacks. Oh, here you go. Jeff Grubb claimed that original developer Obsidian could create a sequel to the classic RPG now that it's under the roof as license holder Bethesda. What else did Jeff Grubb say here? This is very early, but we have begun to have talks to say these words in sentences, and those words are Obsidian and New Vegas 2, Grubb said. End quote.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Daniel.
It's only in talks to revive.
Sure.
Who knows really what that means? But I put this in here because I was like, me and Connor are going to talk about this today, okay? Because we both like Obsidian.
So this is, I mean, fuck yeah. Like, do this. Definitely do this. Especially with Fallout being on hold over at Bethesda Game Studios for so long. I mean, we don't know.
Because
they still got to release Starfield, then
exactly.
Elder Scrolls 6 got to come out. So we're looking, I mean, we talked about this before, but I was saying like 2030 something for the next Fallout.
Fallout 6 will happen.
5.
But it's going to be a while. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. 5. Fallout 5 will. It was Elder Scrolls 6 as well as in my head, but yeah, Fallout 5 will happen. But
this is, I mean, we talked about this a lot when Bethesda was first purchased by Microsoft. But this is exactly what people have been wanting: is give Fallout to someone else, and then Obsidian is obviously the perfect company to do it with how good Fallout New Vegas was. Obviously people love that one. A lot of people think that is the best one. That is the best Fallout games in general. I think that's like the popular consensus there is.
Yeah, you can't let the IP sit for that long, right? So it's such a popular IP,
especially with this TV show coming out and stuff. Like the IP is gonna be on fire, especially if that show's good. So you're gonna.
And Microsoft now owns all 3 of the Fallout developers.
You're right.
In Exile, Bethesda, Obsidian. So like they own all 3 of the Fallout devs.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
This is awesome news. I guess I wasn't expecting Obsidian to be the ones to get it, because they're so busy with Avowed, and then they have the Outer Worlds too and stuff like that.
And then a rumored small project. If
you're also another rumored small project which could be coming out this year, which is is actually one of the lead writers on Fallout New Vegas is heading that project. So
right, I forget his name.
That. Where's Jeff Grubb get all these Obsidian inside?
Dude, Jeff Grubb, he's the homie. You got to listen to Grub Snacks.
He must have a friend inside Obsidian,
He has friends everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Grub Snacks is great. It's a great show. I mean, they only do like exclusive to Giant Bomb, then they'll like put out like a video later. So I usually wait for the video. So I'm waiting to actually listen to what he has to say. But Grub Snacks is a great show. And this is awesome.
Fantastic news. I don't know. So what the timeline for this would be very far away too, if their plan would still be Avowed and Outer Worlds.
I feel like the team is only gotten bigger, and they love to work on multiple projects at a time.
Certainly, yeah. I mean, they are right now, right? They remind me a lot of Insomniac, honestly, with the whole working on multiple projects and then being able to release a game year after year and stuff too.
Yeah, because we've kind of talked about them having potentially now 3 big devs that are making 3 different games. So
yeah, I know the rumored one for this year is supposed to be a smaller type game too. So there's that. I wonder if that team would end up taking this over, and then considering the lead writer for that was also a lead writer on Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, and they still have the Grounded team.
This is interesting. Breaking news in my mind,
Yeah. That's why I told you don't read this before
I
we
haven't
start.
got time to take this in yet. But yeah, this is very exciting. I would hope it's not actually New Vegas too. Give me somewhere else. I don't want to actually go back to Vegas. There's not enough.
I mean,
there's not enough games to be going back.
I was gonna say, don't spoil too much because I don't even really care. Is there even a way to make 2?
Not like with your same character and stuff. Not like a traditional sequel like you'd expect.
Okay.
Like it's a continuation of the story. You could certainly go back to Vegas and then have a new Wastelander just going out there doing stuff in the Vegas area. It wouldn't have it had nothing to do or very little to do with what happened in New Vegas 1. But yeah, you couldn't make like a proper 2. I would hope it's somewhere else, you know. That's one of the big things with like Fallout and GTA games. You want to see
this is
new
saying
cities and new
Vegas
places.
too. I think it's gonna be a modern take on Vegas, but like maybe new characters.
I would like that too because Vegas itself in New Vegas is very disappointing. It's the game's called New Vegas. That's one of my biggest gripes with Fallout New Vegas is that the Vegas itself is like 3 areas and then a couple loading screens in between, and there's like a max like 6 buildings you can go in on the Vegas Strip.
With
you
like
know?
2 people each building.
Yeah, it's like Fallout New Vegas. You know, I remember back then I was expecting New Vegas to be like half the fucking map, and it's not. It's just like a small area. So that'd be interesting to actually go back to Vegas and see what this gen hardware could bring to Vegas and actually fill out a full Vegas
Neon
area.
lights.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, that's
Post-apocalyptic.
Really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, super exciting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would hope I don't know. I would hope you go somewhere else. We just don't. If I was getting a Fallout game once a year, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, go back to Vegas. But I'm not. I'm getting a Fallout game like 2 a decade, if that. You know, not even at this point. So I kind of want, you know, go anywhere else, any other city. That's what I would want.
I think it's gonna be Vegas, but like, we'll see. We'll see.
Sure. Very exciting though. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Exactly what you wanted when Microsoft purchased these guys is them to
use the IP.
Use the IP, yeah, give it out. This is the, you know, there's a lot of talks about like consolidation and stuff going around and all these acquisitions and how bad it is and stuff. This is the good part though, right? It's like stuff like this can happen. So
sure. Yeah, I mean it's all hearsay until things actually happen. We don't know what the consolidation will mean, good or bad. It's just it's happening. It's happening everywhere, and we'll talk about that a little later. There are even people that don't tend to buy things are buying things. So this is just the world that we're going in.
Sticking with Bethesda then, Conda, Bethesda is ending their game launcher and moving their library completely over to Steam. Yeah. Were their games not already on Steam then? Like
they were.
They were? Okay.
But they had their own like launcher.
Sure.
I think you had like different benefits for their launcher, but
I know how much PC people complain about having too many launchers, so I guess this I would guess no one used this, right? You know,
I'm sure some people did, but if you could just buy it on Steam, might as well.
Why would you?
Yeah, and I was looking. I guess they're gonna have a way to like merge your library into Steam as well. Like if you have the games, I think you'll be able
that's cool. If you bought them already, then carry over into Steam.
Which is that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, you kind of need that, right?
Yeah.
Surprised it's not Epic Games at all. You know, I'm trying to make a deal with them.
Nah.
It's Xbox. I don't know too much about the
PC. It's Xbox. Xbox likes Steam.
Do they? Okay.
It's clear they like Steam. Everything they're doing now has been launching on Steam and stuff. So
they had such a good relationship with Epic in the past. You would think. You know.
Yeah, I mean things erode, right?
You guys created gears
I don't want to like
together. You can be friends.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Epic's doing their own thing now. They're not the same Epic that they were 10 years ago.
That damn Fortnite money, you know. Yeah. You know what I could never believe about Fortnite? That there wasn't a take cover system, you know, or like a shoot and cover type system from Gear. Yeah, like I remember when that game first came out and I played it a little bit. I didn't think about that. Why is there no take cover? You know, also why does it just play worse than Gears of War? Like I don't understand. Why didn't you guys take what you learned from Gears and put it on there? Like Fortnite could be a great shooter if you guys just put in the time. Yeah. Okay. We don't gotta talk about Fortnite. Next up,
please no.
Treyarch's next Call of Duty has reportedly been delayed from 2023 to 2024, marking the first time in almost 2 decades that the series will miss a year. Daniel, you're currently reviewing the Call of Duty series over on Backlog Banter with Tucker Hazel.
Yeah.
So
we just put out an episode today. Literally, like as we're recording this like an hour ago.
Yeah. That was Call of Duty 2, right?
It was Call of Duty 2, so that was the start.
That was the last
so
time.
Funny.
Yeah.
This was the first. So Call of Duty 2 was really where it started the annual go. It wasn't Treyarch. Treyarch was 3. This was the last. This was really the first.
So
Infinity
they skipped
Ward
2024, and then 2025.
Yes.
This came out. Okay.
Yes. So then once it hit 20, so it's been about 17.
Or not 2024,
years.
2004. Excuse me.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you. This will be so. It's been what 17 years with this year's Call of Duty. So right now it's been 16 games in a row.
Yeah.
This year will be 17 with Modern Warfare 2.
And they're skipping 18.
And then they're going to skip. Yeah. So it'll be 18. The 18th Call of Duty will be delayed a year. Hopefully it's for the best.
Yeah. Apparently this decision had nothing to do with the Microsoft acquisition. They made this before the purchase went through. So who really knows if they had any influence on this or not? But this is the way we're going.
I mean,
apparently they weren't too happy with Call of Duty Vanguard's performance, which is weird considering it was the highest selling game of the year. But I guess they wanted more out of it.
Yeah.
Or were expecting more out of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, because usually we don't get hints at like new Call of Duties for a little while. Usually it's around the NBA Finals is when we'll get the first big trailer. Yeah, this is very interesting. In 2020, was it 2023? 2020 fall 2023 is going to be. It's going to affect everyone financially. Not having Call of Duty there for a big release is going to affect GameStop. It's going to affect Walmart. It's going to affect Amazon. It's going to affect PlayStation. It's going to affect Xbox. Xbox probably doesn't care. Like, whatever, they own it. But it's going to affect every place you could buy Call of Duty. Steam, like this.
I mean, it'll affect console sales, right? You know, like
it could affect console sales.
It definitely will. Like to some extent, maybe not a lot, but it definitely will. Certainly.
So, like, I'm wondering what Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It must be big, I assume, and that Warzone 2 is probably going to be big. So maybe they'll try to have that hold off.
I think that's kind of their mindset. There is they'll make all the money they need to make off Warzone 2 dropping probably early 2023, and they'll make all the money they need to carry them all the way till. Not that they need more money, but to carry them all the way till fall 2024 until the next proper one came out. Yeah.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is going to have a whole 2 years being the main multiplayer game, and then same with Warzone 2. So that's a long time. We have not had that in Call of Duty's history, really. So it's I'll be very curious about Modern Warfare 2 this year and how much they put into it.
I'd imagine they're going to come more correct than they have in the past with this one, right? Yeah.
I think
they're taking a year off.
People are not going to be ready. I think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be huge.
Yeah, I could see this being like the next actual very good Call of Duty, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't feel like we get those all the time. I feel like Modern Warfare was kind of the last one, the reboot at least was kind of the last big good one. Then I think Modern Warfare 2
3 years
try
ago.
to exceed that even, right? Try to get back up to that Black Ops 2 time, that Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2 time, you know, when those were 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 type games coming out, and those
every world stopped for those games.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they'll try to get back to that this year for this one, which would be hard because it's probably going to be a pretty packed fall for other games.
Yeah,
I mean, it won't matter because it's Call of Duty, but
again, it didn't matter this year with Vanguard. It still was the best-selling game. So
I wouldn't even say this year was that. Last year was that packed.
I don't know. We had.
I guess Halo was their biggest. Yeah, but the Battlefield was so disappointing to everyone that.
But still, it was like the three big boys playing in the same fall.
Definitely,
right? That doesn't happen often. So yeah, it.
I would bet, honestly, Halo probably had a big part to do with why they weren't happy with Call of Duty Vanguard, or entirely happy.
Apparently, that whole fiasco Battlefield this past week as well. I didn't put that in here, but some people saying it might have affected, and then some didn't, and it's just a bunch of hearsay of I think the thing with that is, I think, yes, Halo affected it, but that's just because Halo was a high-quality game, and you came out not high quality and not ready, right? So that's it's more on you not being ready and not Halo, right? Halo just came out good and ran well, so
I think that and Halo being free to play, it probably took a good amount of people away from Call of Duty.
Yeah, and having no single player was not good for Battlefield.
I mean, at the time, I know me specifically, I wasn't even thinking about Call of Duty when that, because Halo just came out, you know.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anything else you guys say on that?
No, I'm excited for Modern Warfare, and give Treyarch more time. Treyarch's a great developer. Give them an extra year is awesome for them.
That's a good point. They'll
Right?
probably kill it on the 2024 one then, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna be a black. Like again, I said this earlier when we were like talking about the whole acquisition stuff. Black Ops blah blah blah. Whatever Black Ops blah 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 is gonna be in 2024. That game's gonna be insane.
Yeah, gonna be awesome.
Super next gen. I assume that will, because I think I'm gonna guess Modern Warfare will be last gen as well. Maybe I could be wrong. Hopefully it's not.
Let's hope.
But
I don't know. Let's hope it's not for this, but like let's hope this is at least the last cross-gen one. Yeah,
the Treyarch one for sure will not have a PS4 version. I guarantee you that will not have a PS4 version.
It can at that point, man. 2024 is
they're
4 years into
4
the
years.
Cycle. We can't be doing that. Yeah, we have to drop it. Do we think they'll stick with this though? Of
every 2 years
Call of Duty, yeah, because Microsoft will officially own them by the time then that Modern Warfare 2 is out and everything.
So I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm going to predict that yes, and that Sledgehammer will not be a full studio again.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
I want to say, not that I'm hating on Sledgehammer. I think they are super great and super technically proficient developer.
But certainly they've proven to be the third tier here, right?
Yes.
Sorry,
and I think that
take your sentence, but
no, it's okay. And yeah, I agree. And I think that they. I really liked World War II. That was their best one, and
that's my favorite one in probably all of last gen, if I'm being honest.
World War II was great.
Yeah.
So I think that they will take a step back and be assistant studio to both of Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and I think that will only make the games that much better.
Yeah, I think that'd be great too to have that, and then I would hope take all the other assistant studios off.
Again, I said
them go make
probably people want Raven to do their own thing. Right now they're too tied to Warzone.
The good thing about, I think I mentioned this before, but the good thing about Raven is at least they have Warzone, and Warzone seems like it's their own thing. Like they can at least make that, and they're thriving off that, and they're gonna make all the money they need off that. So at least Raven has that. But who knows what Raven actually wants? I know they're the ones going through with the strike right now, so they're the main force behind that right now. So
yeah, I guess you could make Sledgehammer do that, and then assist, and then have Raven do whatever you want.
Yeah, and then I think with it being biannual, they'll be able to really, be able to do that. Yeah, take their time, make the game they want to make and whatnot. So exciting to see what the future holds for Call of Duty. I think it's only good things, honestly.
Definitely.
Next
and
up,
we'll see what the Xbox management, does.
Yeah, once they actually take over.
Yep.
Next up, then, PlayStation has posted new images of the PSVR 2 on their blog, giving us our first look at the final product design.
Yeah, we actually get to see the design, and it didn't like blow me away. It's nice to see the controllers. They're not moved; they're actual controllers. It looks like a lot of what the PS5's like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's certainly going with the PS5 color scheme with that black and white. Stuff. Yeah.
So they're kind of sticking with that scheme, which is nice and slick. Like it looks pretty nice design. Obviously, we need to get like people to try them and like get previews of like people putting them on, see how lightweight it is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just seeing them, it looks slick and clean. It didn't like come out of left field with its design, so I didn't really expect that. But
yeah, I don't really know what I would want from a design from these. Like I don't know how you make a headset like this look cool. It looks dorky no matter what. So I don't.
It's a big old.
It's not like I've ever seen a VR headset where I'm like, wow, that looks cool. I'd love to walk around town with that on. But no, it looks exactly like you'd expect. I guess a little bit, if I'm being honest, a little bit like less expensive. It looks like I don't know what I'm looking for there with the word.
Just be the design.
Looks a little cheap if I'm being honest. Like it looks kind of plasticky and stuff. I guess the PS5 in general kind of looks like that.
It has that. I think it's just that sweep of design that they have right now.
Yeah, I don't think the color helps either. I actually saw one the other day with a picture on Reddit of the black plates on it, and I was like, oh, that actually looks way better with the black.
You think it's
plates.
the two-tone that makes it look cheaper?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. Over time, I've disliked that black and white color. Yeah. But yeah, it looks exactly how you'd expect. The plates, though, I was honestly surprised by how good they looked on the Reddit post. I was like, I guess you actually pop off the white ones, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, they completely come off.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a cover that went over it type thing.
Yeah,
you actually pop that off.
Things. Yeah. I still think about getting some.
Oh, I
maybe
think
eventually.
I was gonna say like I'm probably gonna buy some black plates. Honestly, once they're available. I don't think you can really find them right now, but yeah, like I didn't know they actually just come off. So I was like, okay, well that's cool.
I'm kind of waiting. Maybe they'll do like a special edition one or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I know 360 back then used to have that front faceplate one. I had a Gears of
you
War
pop
one.
that off.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, I still have always wanted the R2D2 360.
Oh man, that is
like
the
That's
best.
like a dream wish. It's like a dream wish
The
just to get
sound
that
effects
console.
on that one.
Yeah, I want that console so bad.
Next up, then, Shadow Warrior 3 will launch on PS Now on March 1st.
Next
big
week.
New game actually launching on PS Now. I believe it's also on Game Pass day one too, right?
I have not seen that. It wouldn't surprise me.
I think it is. So
yeah, that would not surprise me.
I think I read. Here, let me look that up just to make sure.
Okay.
But yeah, Shadow Warrior. Are you interested in this game at all?
Not necessarily. Like I was interested when they were doing Shadow Warrior 2, and then it just didn't get great reviews. These games look cool. This looks kind of Doom-esque. I don't know. Like it seems fun. It seems goofy and funny. There's just something about the game that just doesn't click for me. I don't know about you two. I don't know.
This is like a first-person samurai thing.
Yeah. There's like melee combat. There's shooting, kind of like Doom. It's very. I think you have a grappling hook as well. Shadow Warrior 2 is kind of very similar, but there's just something about the game that just didn't click for me. If this game reviews well, I might try it out.
Yeah, this always reminds me of it reminds me a little bit of that Sniper Elite series where like you see this and you're like, oh, that looks kind of good. Like I might play that, but you never actually do. And they all come out, they're like they review fine, and people say they're fine, and people that are into it are into it. But I don't no real interest in this. It is not on
Shadow Warrior 2. Okay, Shadow Warrior 2 didn't review it reviewed very fine.
When did that come out?
Maybe 5 years ago.
5 years now. Okay,
something like that.
Yeah. March 1st. I didn't realize this game was coming out so soon.
Oh yeah. I think it was supposed to come out last year. It was delayed.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. PS Now, that's cool. Getting a big game at launch. I guess it's not a big game, but
big-ish. I mean, it's Devolver.
Yeah, so. I wonder if this is a hint towards the Project Spartacus stuff. If we'll be seeing more stuff like this on PlayStation soon. Yeah, I wonder if this could be
the rumor was
deal.
Spring. I mean, we're getting
there's a lot of rumors. We're getting a PlayStation conference sometime this month that's going to reveal this. So we'll see if that's true at all. But yeah,
this month as in Feb or
March.
Okay.
Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me.
No, that wouldn't surprise me either.
Have them set up the rest of their year as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of need to do that. We need release dates on stuff. We also don't know a whole lot about their, stuff like that. Fall. So yeah, we could definitely see that. And then Project Spartacus, obviously. So yeah, I wonder if this will lead into that, if we should be expecting more stuff like this. Because it is odd that right now this is coming to PS Now. When PS Now like seems to be at like its lowest talking point probably ever.
Sure. Yeah. Good for them trying, right?
Yeah. I mean,
kind of what we want.
It's something, right? And plus you could download that, right? Like I know PS4 and PS5 games you can download directly, so it's not you don't gotta stream it to your system or whatever, so it'll actually work.
Oh, so this is native download.
Yeah, PS4 and PS5 games you can natively download through PS Now. So
I didn't know if that was all of them. I knew you could do some.
Oh yeah, that's all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, more PlayStation news. PS Plus games have been announced for March.
Yeah.
Load these bad boys up here. First up, we got Ghost Runner on PS5. That's a good one. I own that. Yeah, I played a little bit of that. It's
Ghost Runner's cool game.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Little platformer, sort of going through a bunch of different levels, really fast paced.
Yeah, it's super fast.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of fast, Sonic Team Racing is also free on PS Plus.
Why does Sonic drive a car? Couldn't he just run?
Yeah, shouldn't they all just be running? I don't know.
Well, no one's as fast as Sonic, so he could be running and everyone else could be in the car.
Everyone. Okay, that would make a lot more sense. Wasn't Sonic also in Mario Kart? I'm dreaming.
No, he wasn't in Mario Kart.
He should have been.
They should put him in Mario Kart.
I was like it when Sonic goes to the Olympics against Mario. Yeah. It's like he would win all of them.
So have you ever heard it? I know this is a tangent. Have you ever heard of the YouTube channel Game Theorist?
Yeah.
Where they do game theory? Apparently Mario's faster than Sonic in game. Like they measured stuff and used, physics to measure.
Wind coming off Sonic's legs when he's running. You don't see that with Mario.
Apparently, they did like it just from like Mario 1 to like one of the Sonic games, and he's just faster than Sonic, which is insane.
That's why he can compete at the Olympics. Go Chris Pratt. Yeah, I've played a little bit of this game as well. It's funny every time, man. PS Plus, I'm just like, I own this. Like, you little bastards, I fucking own all these. Yeah, not like the best kart racer, but a good one, I would say. Yeah, decent. Next up, Ark Survival for PS4.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Vin Diesel's not in this one, so
no, that's Ark 2.
That's Ark 2. Don't be expecting Vin Diesel here.
No,
he ain't there.
Not yet.
And then also Ghost of Tsushima Legends will be free for PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, so this is that standalone version, right? Where they just kind of put it on its own.
Yeah, it's that multiplayer mode. Yeah, they should have just made this free to play like a while ago. I would have
said. The Sony, I don't think they would do that.
No, probably
not right now, at least.
That's cool. I know a lot of people got really into this, so more people can now.
Now even more. Definitely.
Okay, cool. Next up, we'll get into some Nintendo news. Nintendo has acquired another studio.
Yeah, and I don't know who this studio is.
Nintendo has acquired SRD, a development company that Nintendo has been working with for almost 40 years on important first-party releases.
Yeah.
So it seems these guys have worked on the OG Mario game and Legend of Zelda, so they've been working with Nintendo for a very long time, and seems like they are more of a support studio here, and I'm guessing Nintendo just wants to lock these guys down and lock down that talent before anyone else tries to grab them away, you know?
Yeah, this is what I was referring to earlier, that even somebody like Nintendo, who generally doesn't buy things, has bought 2 things within like the past year.
At least,
so
maybe not at least, but like both those studios, this one and then what are the Luigi's Mansion
Next Level Games.
At least those already seemed like Nintendo.
They're Nintendo studios.
Yeah, those guys already see. You could have told me Nintendo owned them already, and I would have been like, yeah, sure, of course
Definitely.
they do. Yeah, so
but they're playing in the pool.
They are.
Nintendo hopped in the pool, and they're playing in the acquisition pool.
Yeah, I wonder if we get a big purchase out of Nintendo.
The one I would say to keep an eye on, because I talked about this before, is that they work very closely with Bandai. That would be the one I would say keep an eye on if they're really trying to make a big purchase.
A whole publisher, then, right?
Yeah. They work very closely with Bandai. That would be the one, or even Sega. To be honest, I could see them just.
Sega.
I was going to say Sega, so.
I was gonna say working from last week that Platinum would
Platinum.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned that. Yeah, I think we mentioned Platinum.
Yeah, I think Platinum would make a ton of sense for Nintendo to actually purchase.
Yeah. But yeah, they're in the pool. Welcome. We're all just swimming in this acquisition pool.
We're all playing here.
You know?
we wait for our overlords to purchase everyone now. You know.
Jesus, please, Uncle Phil. I'm gonna speak to Uncle Phil right now. Uncle Phil, please purchase me.
We know you're watching.
I'm only a bill. I'm a cool bill. Okay, that's all you need to purchase me. Just one cool bill.
Yeah, listen, Phil, I know sometimes I might come off as more of a PlayStation fan, but like I will totally turn tides here if you want to purchase us, and I will just go fully on that post. I'll rip that shit down, put a Master Chef poster up there right now. I give no fucks.
You play everything. What do you mean?
I do very much. But next up, then, more Nintendo news. There will be a Pokemon Presents this Sunday. Let me see here. Pokemon Presents has been confirmed for Sunday, the 27th at 14 o'clock UTC time. I don't know what that means, but you'll get it at
Japanese time, I assume.
Someone will figure that out somewhere. But there you go. Yeah, Pokemon Presents. Is this supposed to be like a big thing? Like, you don't know? It's whatever.
With Pokemon Company, their presentations are they're a mix. It's either bad, good, great, a mix of everything. Like, they are not consistent with their presentations. So I would say don't expect anything, like absolutely nothing. And then if you get something, you get something.
Yeah,
because like we've just had
we've seen some from Pokemon where it's just like, what? Why did I watch this? You know, right?
Yeah. If you want me to theorize, I'll give you just a little bit real quick. I think Pokemon Sleep we haven't seen in a while. It's either dead or they might show it. Maybe DLC for Arceus. Maybe it's a little early.
What would you expect from that? Like a big expansion, new part of the map and
area.
Stuff?
Yeah, new area maybe. And then maybe Gen 9. That might be too early. Maybe a teaser. Even though
That'd be
Game Freak,
something, right?
even though Game Freak just literally did Arceus, it just feels too early for. But maybe, and then maybe a Gen 5 update. That's about all like
Oh,
highest
like another remake
black
of
and white
a black and white remake. Yeah, maybe that could be this fall. I don't know. Would they want another Pokemon game this year? I mean, I'm
Nah.
certainly they would, but like, wouldn't they try to space it out another year?
I think so. I think it's a little too early. That's why I think the DLC would be the only thing we'd really see big. Maybe Detective Pikachu 2. I think it was rumored a couple years
they did
ago
announce
they talked
that,
about it.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, so
that should
maybe
be
that.
somewhere. Yeah, where's my movie? My Detective Pikachu
Yeah,
2
maybe
movie?
maybe this is a multimedia presentation though. Maybe they'll talk about Detective Pikachu 2, the movie. Then
I
maybe
would
they'll do
like
the
that.
game.
I like Detective Pikachu more than I like the Sonic movie. Honestly,
I have not seen it yet.
You haven't seen Detective Pikachu?
No, the Pokemon didn't look good, and I didn't want to watch that.
They are scary looking. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's not what I expect.
Ryan Reynolds is great in that movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
You should watch it. Yeah, it's pretty good, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously I'm not the Pokemon guy here, so I don't know what to expect. Gen 9 would be cool, I guess. I am with you. It's way too early for that. I wouldn't expect that for years, if I'm being honest.
Arceus has been out for a month.
Yeah, and like that was pretty much a mainline Pokemon game, or at least they put that amount of effort into it, so it seemed. Sure. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't. Maybe another remake. I don't know. I have no idea. Pokemon people are crazy to me. They scare me.
As in me or the developers?
Just everyone that is obsessed with that franchise and the developers.
If you know what Pokemon is, like, we might need to put you in an insane asylum.
Yeah, I don't. Pokemon kids freak me out. Don't come at me. I'm sorry. All right. Next up, Atlas has announced their new game, Soul Hackers 2, is launching on August 25th for last gen and current gen hardware.
Yeah, coming everywhere, that's a great thing that we want to see, right? It's coming literally everywhere. When usually Atlas, they're kind of tied down sometimes, but yeah, it's coming everywhere. This is apparently a sequel to like a 90s RPG that they did.
Is that what Soul Hackers is? Because I've never heard of
this
series.
Yeah. I think they had like a different title. It was like something Soul Hackers was like the original title, and this is just going to be Soul Hackers 2. So from the trailer, it kind of looked like a very Shin Megami Tensei Persona, where it's turn-based with characters, very anime. So this game just looks really cool. I don't know if you watched the trailer.
I saw like images, but no, I didn't get a chance to actually see the trailer.
This game looks really awesome.
Do we know what kind of game it is? Is it like another turn-based RPG?
I think it's just turn-based RPG.
Turn-based. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Super like cyberpunk tech. Like one of the main characters, she has like this awesome cyberpunk yellow jacket. Looked really cool. I'm very excited. This is like maybe my August game now.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to watch the trailer on this. I'm not the biggest fan of turn-based, so I don't know how much.
Yeah, I don't. If Persona didn't work for you, I doubt that this would.
It did to an extent. Persona's just long, That was a long.
It's
game.
just very
that game is very long. Yeah. But no, this is cool. I like that Atlas works on other things and also puts out a bunch of other games other than Persona, like because they could have just moved on from Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal and then just started on Persona 6. It's cool they also put out little things here and there to
they're a big dev.
Yeah, team, they are definitely a big company. So
yeah, they literally just put out Shin Megami Tensei last year.
Yeah, like, and people love that too. So
Royal was the following year, so it's like they work really quick.
I'll be excited for a Persona 6 though whenever we get it. I don't know if I'll beat it, but I will be excited for it.
Yeah.
Continuing on then, Nier Automata is getting an animated series. Little is known about the show other than the production company behind it is the production company behind the Full Metal Alchemist series.
Actually, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not see that. That's awesome.
I was searching for information on it and couldn't find anything, but I did find that. So I was like, okay,
that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
That's
who knows how much they're involved, but the production company behind that is
they got their
working
hands
in this.
right?
Yeah, they got their hands in there. Maybe the art style. Was that trailer? Did that show the art style already?
I didn't see a trailer. I only saw like.
Was there no trailer? Okay, I thought there was a trailer. I didn't actually click on it.
No, I didn't see that. I just.
But I know you're a huge Nier fan, so.
Nier Automata is so good. Getting an anime of that? Are you kidding me?
So you could explain it to me, man. Why isn't it just called Nier TV show? Why is it Nier Automata?
Well, they're doing this storyline.
Oh, so it's going to be the exact storyline from the game? I thought it was just going to be a show based on the world.
I think it's going to be 9S and 2B. I think they're going to be the main
Those are the characters in Nier Automata?
2B's the main girl, the main lady. That's the image I saw.
And shit,
yeah, and then 9S is the boy the smaller boy guy with he has like an eye patch on one of his eyes.
Oh, okay.
So those are like kind of like the two main protagonists of Nier Automata. So I assume it's going to follow them and follow the game, and it's not going to follow like the Nier in Replicant, because that takes place way earlier than this does. So that's why they're kind of a little separate. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm wondering how they're going to translate this to an anime.
Do you think it will work well, that story, in a TV show?
Yeah, it's super anime.
Yeah.
I feel like they can easily do that. Like, I don't see why they would have any problem at all. It's more of like there's multiple endings and stuff of like the Nier game. So like, how are they going to do that? Or are they even going to worry about that? Or are they just going to have like a through line plot? I'm not too sure. Very curious. I would like to see a trailer.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be expecting Platinum to double down on Nier, right? That seems to be one of their only ones that have really broke through and like gained a big audience and got really highly rated and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like that and Bayonetta for them are the two that have really broken through to the mainstream gaming audience there.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that and Bayonetta more recently as well.
Yeah,
but very curious. I hope that they find a good studio to do this. I don't know if it's only this Full Metal studio, because usually a lot of these animes will have multiple studios. But
yeah, they're always working together in some sort.
Yeah,
you know.
So I would like to see a trailer. That's what I'm excited. I don't want it to be like because a lot of anime now are like incorporating a lot of 3D because it's a little easier to do. I hope that this is kind of pure 2D animation, because that's gonna look nice.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I have no interest in the series, but I don't. Nier's it's one of those I gotta get around to playing at some point.
You like Castlevania?
I do like Castlevania, yeah. So if it's an animated show based off that and it's cool, I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, what if it's something like that? And maybe that'll like get you to play Nier.
Yeah, that could do it. That could do it for me, definitely.
Yeah. I guess it's a good way to draw more people in,
Sorry, Sims is typing on our dock, and I don't know what he's doing. Okay, we're not gonna read Sims shit. Anyways, next up then, there's rumors that 2K will launch multiple LEGO sports games, starting with a LEGO soccer game sometime soon. In development of some sort.
Apparently,
this is
multiple games.
Yeah, that's
also
that's
somewhere.
Yeah, let me pull out Nabil's
Nebelian,
whatever the fuck his name is.
Nibel. You just call him Nibel. Don't say whatever. He's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
This is the news.
He's got a weird name. All right, just give me like why can't you just be called like Chris or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Chris.
Chris.
So apparently he said something about potentially getting like a Lego driving game as well.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be multiple sports games in the.
There was a story last week, I think it was, that was like maybe 2K is making a driving game. Did you hear about this? I didn't put it in the doc last week.
Oh yeah. There
was a rumor they were doing like an IP of a driving game, and a lot of people were thinking maybe Fast and the Furious, but it seems like no, it's going to be maybe a Lego game, and just like maybe use other IP within Lego like they always do. So
Nibel also says here that some of the games might feature guest appearances from other license. So I don't know what that
which would make sense.
You think that'll be like other games, or are we thinking like soccer players and stuff? Like,
no, I'm thinking I'm thinking all the IP, from like they do some gaming stuff, but then they have like Marvel or DC or Jerry Seinfeld, who knows.
Okay.
You don't like Jerry Seinfeld?
No, I like Jerry. Sims is distracting me on this fucking doc. I'm like, what is he writing there? But yeah, Jerry Seinfeld would be very cool in a sports game. I guess. What do you want? You want Jerry Seinfeld running around in like short shorts playing soccer?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah, you kind of do. That'd be cool.
Don't
the whole Seinfeld cast in there, like get Kramer, and that'd be cool. Lego does have some weird partnerships always. They do.
They have like so many. It hurts my brain.
You get friends in there. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Mario.
I'm actually very much down for these sports games now.
Aloy. They can get Aloy in there.
Ooh, Aloy would be fun. Sure. Running around, get some Robo Dinos in there. That'd be cool. I'm down for that. I'm down for all that. All right, cool. Anything else you want to say on that?
No, that's
it. That's it. Any sports you would want in particular? Do we want a football game? Do we want a boxing Lego game?
You know what I think would be cool for them, and I'll throw this out here. Do you know what other sports game that they do very well? Which is golf. They have the PGA Tour license. What about a
Mm.
Lego PGA Tour, Lego, blah blah blah, like
A less serious golf. Yeah,
more arcadey golf game with
I like
Lego?
that. That'd be
That
fun.
sounds that would be pretty cool.
They could
Golf games.
really. There's something here. They could take over with like child sports games. Like especially if the Mario
Put this
games don't live
everywhere.
up to the hype. Like make
Put
these
this
like
everywhere.
really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, put them on every console too. Yeah.
You put them on the Switch.
2K, you could be onto something here. It might not be
I
a
think
bad
so.
idea. Might not be a
Think
bad
so.
idea. Next up, then, EA may be dropping the FIFA license, according to CEO Andrew Wilson.
Yeah. So apparently they're. I don't know if this is a direct quote. I saw something basically saying like, it's just 4 letters in the box, which is like, oof. I don't know. I think that name holds way more weight than Andrew Wilson's kind of letting on. Maybe it's just me.
I think you could drop it, but you can't let someone else pick it up. Like, you couldn't have, hey, we're dropping FIFA, we're just going to call it, like, fucking Soccer US 2002 or whatever the
Take-Two
fuck.
takes it, right?
Yeah, what if Take-Two takes it, they make their own soccer game, call it FIFA. You guys are fucked. Everyone's going to go buy FIFA.
Yeah.
Didn't
Because they've been battling for a
Did this
long
get
time.
reported on last year or something? Like, earlier?
No,
I
well,
swear
yeah. Last year there was a story of like maybe FIFA's asking for too much money from
Mhm.
EA, and there was a question of maybe would they pay or stuff like that. There's
So-
a little bit of a story.
What is
Um,
FIFA exactly? Is that like a
FIFA
league?
is an organization.
It's an organization. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that like
They
the
have-
major football soccer league?
kinda, but they have. I don't know a ton. We would probably need Sims on
We
here
would
to,
need
to
Sims.
explain it
Sims
more.
the one time we need you.
Yeah, right. We never need you for anything else. But they're just a huge organization that I know has a lot of problems, more like in real life problems and stuff. Yeah, they're just a huge company. I don't know. I kind of agree a little with Andrew Wilson. Yeah, it is just kind of a name, and if there are problems behind the scenes with them, maybe they don't need them. But it is a very big name, and it's one of the best selling games every year. So, like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be very cautious about dropping that name. Especially if, like I said, if someone else did pick it up, then that'd be bad for you.
Yeah.
But I guess if no one else picked up the name, you'd be fine. But who knows? That
Sure.
would be very cautious about getting rid of a name that iconic and that old at this point in set in gaming. So yeah. Okay, cool. Next up, then, our last news story. We're gonna do a review roundup for Elden Ring because we said we would last week.
Yeah.
So we will do that. OpenCritic is currently fucking broke because there's too many people looking for Elden Ring reviews. But I think it was
Just
at
go to the Metacritic.
yeah, it's at 96 on OpenCritic.
Did it drop a little?
last time
Yeah,
I
I
looked?
think-
Yeah, I think it dropped to 96.
I think all of them. Like I told you guys this when we were kind of talking about them yesterday or whatever. They will, like, it happens with every game. As more comes in, it will slow drop. So it's gonna start
either drop or
it's-
rise, right?
Generally it doesn't. Generally it starts as high as it can get, and then it kind of goes. You're gonna get
Sure.
the tens quick, right? And then whatever. But yeah.
But anyways, it's sitting at a 97 right now on Metacritic, at least for the PS5 version. I believe PC and Xbox, they have much fewer reviews, but they're at a 95. But yeah,
Okay.
let's get some singular reviews here.
Sure.
Hang on.
So easy. I can do one. Brad from
yeah,
Easy
go ahead.
Allies gave it a 9.5. These are the two that I was looking for. I was looking for what Brad had to say. He gave it a 9.5. I'm surprised he didn't give it a 10. Dan Tack from Game Informer gave it a 10 as well. Those are the two people I was like, I know that they're the huge fans of this series, and I want to know what they have to say. Or Souls games, want to know what they have to say. They reviewed it amazing.
Tamar Hussein
IGN
from GameSpot
Tamar
gave it a
10.
Gave it a 10. IGN gave it a 10. So
IGN gave it a 10.
yeah, I mean this is one of the highest rated games of all time at this point. It's currently, I mean, on OpenCritic's the number 2 highest rated game of all time, but they only go back to 2014. And then I think I read on all time Metacritic, if you're not considering other like the same game twice, even though it's on a different platform, it's
Re-releases.
re-release that stuff, and then like the PS3 and Xbox 360
Sure.
version. If you it's the number 13 highest rated game ever on Metacritic right
We've
now.
went through. This was sometime last year. I did the whole game of like, what are the top games?
Yeah,
I think the top 25, and I kind of had to go through and cut stuff. So
yeah. So it's the number 13 highest rated game of all time right now.
yeah,
on
that's
Metacritic.
like this doesn't happen because we've talked about this on the show. Games don't even get in the 90s anymore. It's very hard.
No, it's
Um,
I mean this is
Horizon-
unprecedented.
Horizon Forbidden West, I think it started at 90, and then I think it's at an 88 now, which is it's great. But we only had one 90 review game last year.
Yeah.
Like that we just don't get games in the 90s right now. For this to be getting mid 90s is unreal. Like
Unreal.
it's unreal.
Yeah, the way people are talking. I mean, this could be like a game changing game. You know, like the entire. This might be a game we look back at as like, oh, this is a moment. Like this game could change gaming. That's how highly reviewed this is getting and stuff like that. So it's a big deal for sure.
Yeah, huge. And like seeing the reviews, just like I was kind of waiting for you today, and I was just like going through and like looking at like screenshots. Like I am through the roof excited for this game. I won't play it until I'm done with Horizons, maybe within the next week or so. But I am through the roof. Like I have played pretty much every Dark Souls game. I haven't played Demon Souls, and I haven't really touched Sekiro. But I've at least dabbled in every game. Not, and it's varying how many hours I've put in. I think Bloodborne I put in the most, and then maybe Dark Souls 3. But I've played every single one for the most part, and they just have never really clicked. This just seems so interesting with the magic. Like, feel like they're giving you so many more options to play. I've even seen like how they even do some of the bosses where there's like a lot of the camps, or I think there's also statues that you're spawning right in front of a boss, which is one of my biggest issues with the series is kind of the run back to a boss. Like if I would brute force every game if I can immediately start a boss every time. I would brute force, every single one of those games just to see every other boss.
Sure.
So if I could start at a boss every time in this game, I might just beat it.
Yeah, I mean, speaking on the game itself, I actually don't know like anything about it. I've like seen nothing. I haven't really read anything. I've just seen the scores and stuff like that. So I mean, the one thing I do know is that like this isn't like if you don't like Souls games before, I don't think this is gonna change your mind. Like it's still a hard game. It's still a Souls game.
I don't mind difficulty.
Sure, but like I don't.
How does this play? That's if this plays great.
Yeah, then... I don't think this is the game to like bring in casual audiences to like Souls games. I don't think that's what they're going for at all here.
No,
I think if anything, it's just like the best version of a Souls game is what, at least according to reviewers.
I'd be curious to see where this sells in general. I'm guessing it's going to sell along the lines of Dark Souls 3, which is one of their better selling ones, which I think is at 10 mil.
I think with the reviews, it'll end up being higher than that even. I think this will be the highest selling game.
10 to 12 maybe, what I would guess.
Pretty easily too. I think when stuff
which is very high for the series.
When stuff gets this highly reviewed, people are automatically curious. If they see this is one of the highest rated games of all time, people are going to try it. There's going to be casuals that come in and buy this. They're going to play it for 20 minutes, realize how hard it is, and put it down immediately. It's going to happen to a lot of people.
Yeah, the series is very off-putting to most people. I mean, somebody like us will dabble, right? But most people wouldn't if they see that and they see the dev or they talk to some people and like, oh, I've even seen some people. I think it was Tucker. He was talking to someone or his friends or something, and they are just more casual fans and were just put off after they heard that it was difficult. And I think that is a very big standoff thing. Like Definitely. I think the next step for them is maybe start putting more, not even a difficulty mode, maybe more of like a guided mode, I would say. Something that's a little more linear. Not even, maybe more so than like regular Dark Souls, but something that's a little more guided,
I don't know. Like I'm of two minds with it. I don't think they need to change anything really. Like make the game you want to make. You want to make a super hard game that not everyone can get into, then go for it. Not every game needs to be for everyone. So I understand it from that, but I also understand more people. You wanting more people to enjoy your game somehow, right? It
depends on their perspective. I was thinking about it more along the lines of, do they want more?
Yeah.
If they want more, that's the only way you're going to get more.
For sure.
If they're fine with what they're getting, then keep it how it is. But
yeah, I think you can certainly grow that audience into liking your type of game more and more, right? And like, especially with each new entry, you could at least grow it at least a little bit, So I wouldn't change anything. I mean, clearly with these reviews, I don't change anything,
They definitely need to even start doing a little bit more like accessibility options. They don't have any, really.
Yeah.
Apparently, even this game doesn't have any. Maybe they'll add some. I'm not sure, but they're even hesitant to do that, which is kind of sucks. I know that.
I'm super curious to see what's so good about it. That's just obviously, but like I don't. People are saying this is changing open world games and stuff like that. There's a lot of that going around, and it's just
next thing since Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, next thing since Breath of the Wild. It's
big statement.
Yeah, it's gonna change games like that did. So I don't. We'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that I don't know. I guess it's not even really that funny, but Horizon it got its win taken out of the sales again.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? The next week, one of the highest rated games ever comes out again.
Again, it's like Horizon. I'm so sorry. Maybe like next.
We'll see. I mean, I know it's a joke. I get the joke and it's funny and all, but like Horizon Forbidden West will outsell Elden Ring.
It will sell.
I can pretty much guarantee
100%,
that.
100%.
Even with the Breath of the Wild, they like Horizon Zero Dawn. They just announced sold 20 million copies, so it's like I don't.
I mean, Breath of the Wild's more. I'm pretty.
Breath of the Wild's more certainly, but like I don't think they really care ultimately when they sold that many copies. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I get the joke though. It is funny. It is like that.
It just happens to
that sucks.
2 games. Just happens to be. It's so funny. One more thing I want to say, just kind of like one thing I wish that they would do, have a pause button. Just pause Elden Ring or
apparently you have to go in offline mode to pause it. Yeah.
Just pause. Just allow a pause.
I get it. Like your game's multiplayer, or at least has multiplayer elements at all times, so it kind of has to be. So
Yeah, but there are options to turn it off too. So just allow me to pause.
Isn't that what the offline mode is now?
See, I don't know.
I think that's kind of how it works. I'm surprised you're so excited for it. I know you're not normally into the Souls games.
I mean, it's really just
these reviews just getting you. Like, I gotta check it. I think us as like hardcore gamers, right? We see reviews this high, we're like, okay, I have to play it, even if I don't like it, even if it's not my genre. I have to at least figure out what it is.
Like I said before, like I've played most of them. Really, the only one I haven't really tried is Demon Souls and Sekiro, which is really the past couple ones.
Those are like the 2 I have tried the most.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Demon Souls I beat, and then Sekiro, I've gotten a ways into Sekiro. Bloodborne I played a good amount of as well, but yeah.
Yeah, those are the only 2 I haven't tried. So I've tried all of them.
But yeah, I'm excited. I just I don't want to rush Horizon because this game is, we're gonna talk about what we've been playing, but like that game's very big, and I definitely don't want to rush through it just to get to Elden Ring. But it's awesome that I got a fucking awesome game I'm playing right now, and then I get another awesome game immediately after that I can go into and do that. So that's cool.
Do you want to? I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you want to talk about what Sims has said?
Yeah, I'll read whatever the fuck Sims is saying here.
He had something to say about the Elden Ring reviews.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I didn't read. That's what this is. I haven't really read.
Sims, I think it's fantastic. The game is getting incredible reviews, but I can't help thinking it is personal bias from the reviewers themselves. The big reviewing companies have put their Souls guys on the reviews, quote Souls guys. On this review, they are going to be, in my opinion, more positive on the game. Let me please make it clear, I'm not shitting on the game. The game looks incredible, but it would be nice to hear from someone who's first time playing these types of games. I can't agree with you more, Sims.
Sure. I mean, I understand, like,
it does very, and you even just said with the Game Informer guy, and then the other guy you were talking about.
Those are from Game Informer.
Those are their 2 Souls games guys, right? And then
the weird thing about Easy Allies though, and them in particular, is they all are. Mm-hmm. So it's like Brad is he's the best gamer there, so they get Brad to do it. Dan Tack is the Souls guy at Game Informer, but yeah.
So I actually did read someone's thoughts on. It was a person. Let me find who this person was. Steven Tortillo.
Yeah, Steven Tortillo. Yeah,
Tortillo
from Axios. Yeah.
His thoughts. He is not very much a Souls guy, and he was saying kind of the same thing I just was. Where it's don't expect this to turn you around if you're not a Souls game guy. Like this is very much a Souls game still. But he's someone that has put hours into Elden Ring and is not a Souls game person. I'm trying to find his actual thing.
I guess to a little devil's advocate, I'll kind of play both sides here. Yes, I agree, Sims, with him that you should have reviews of people that are new to the game, but you need to have the perspective of somebody that plays the games. That's who you want to hear first.
You need both, right?
You need both, but I mean, I take into account more of like what Brad has to say about that game, right? I want to know what Brad has to say about that game. There is validity to having somebody that doesn't play these games and what do they have to say. But
I mean, I feel like that's kind of where all of us are coming from. I mean, especially Sims. I know me and you have dabbled, and then I beat Demon Souls last year, so I guess I probably have more experience than any of the three of us. But even me, I wouldn't consider like a hardcore Souls fan by any means. You know, I've been turned off by these games plenty of times. So, but yeah, I'm expecting this one to do something so magical that I am just immediately locked in. If I'm being honest.
yeah, me too. I'm curious to see.
Definitely. Okay, cool. That'll do it for the news this week.
Yeah.
We will now move on to what we have been playing. Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're both just playing Horizon Forbidden West, right?
What's this game?
Oh, you haven't heard of it? I actually
No. Can you explain?
No.
What this game
So
is?
Horizon is a dating sim where you
Okay.
go around.
I'm curious.
Yeah, you go around and you date different dwarves from different sort of lore. So you got Lord of the Rings dwarves, you got dwarves from The Witcher, you got dwarves from Game of Thrones, all in one. So you could date Peter Dinklage. And
I was just gonna say Tyrion is on the list.
yeah, he's there. You could
Cool.
date Tyrion, you could date Gimli, you could date any of the other dwarfs that you've seen.
Is it a
in
blind
other
dating
games.
system? Do I see them first?
So
am I
they're like behind the wall, right? And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, what are your top 3 vacation spots? Then you name.
If
the
you were to
top
take
3.
me on a vacation, where
Right,
would you take
exactly,
me?
exactly. That's what Tyrion will ask.
Cool,
You'll
cool.
then answer your questions. You actually have to talk through the mic too.
Mm.
Yeah. Horizon Forbidden West, Daniel. We've been playing this. I've been playing this game like a madman all fucking week. And
I want you to tell me how long you've put into it. So now
I'm level 27 now, and
Okay.
so I don't know. I know there's a game completion. Last time I saw that, it was at like 33.
You can even see when you save. Like, it tells you how long you've played.
Oh, it does it with the hours and stuff? Yeah, but I leave stuff on pause for so long. It's
I see. I don't.
yeah. Oh, you don't? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My time clocks are always wrong. They're way off. So I never really go by those. But yeah, I would say I don't know, probably like 40% done the game.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
And that's with everything. I think I'm even further through the main story
I
than
haven't
40%.
seen that completion
but
number.
It's in the
mine.
general tab. You got to scroll down to
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. For me, I put about 12 hours in. I think I'm level
Nice.
17, 18, something like that. So
Nice.
I'm a little behind you.
A little bit. We're kind of at the same. I'm like a mission ahead of you on main story wise.
You're doing way more side
before
stuff.
this. Yeah, I've just done a lot of side stuff and only a little bit ahead of you on the main story. But yeah,
Yeah.
how are you enjoying it?
I mean, we both. This is the conversation I've been waiting to have. We've been so anticipating this game, and I really like the game so far. I think it's great.
Me too. I'm having a hell of a fucking time here, man. I just every time I'm playing it, I'm like Vin Diesel when he's driving that car and he's like, I live for this shit. That's how I feel. I'm like, I live for this shit. You know, I love it. I love everything about it. I love the lore. I love the story. I love, I guess the main story I'm having some problems that we won't go into here for spoiler reasons, but I'm hoping it comes together towards the end. But I'm loving everything around it. Again, the gameplay, it's back. It's fantastic. It's a little bit updated from last time. Again, I think what I love about the combat so much is just the variety in it. You could fight things in so many different ways. I find, except maybe the humans are a little bit off still, but
yeah,
I just love
that's how it is.
Yeah, definitely. I just love like I could find an enemy, scan it, find what parts it doesn't. It's bad. This one doesn't like shock or whatever. And it's like there's a part underneath it that doesn't like frozen and it can be pieced off and something like that. I set up my traps. I get it shock going, and then I kill it that way, and then I die from another enemy. Well, cool. Then the next time, I do something completely different. I just spam the javelin bombs at it the next time, kill it that way, die again. Oh, then I do it again another way. I go, I hide in a bush, I wait for it to walk up towards me, I highlight its track, and then I kill it stealth way, and like that. And it's just like, all 3 of those ways that I just named are all different and are all very fun. And that's what I love about it the most. I'm just having a good time every combat situation.
I tend to fall back to the bow every time, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bow's the way you want to play. The bow gameplay is a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? I think that's just the way you mostly always want to play, which is why when you're fighting the humans, it doesn't feel as good. They upgraded the melee, still not enough to where I'd call the melee a preferred way to play it,
It
or
still
even
feels
good.
too slow.
Yeah, it does feel very slow. You feel very heavy, even when you're doing the
Yeah.
light attack and the heavy attack, you know?
I think that goes 1-in-1 with kind of it was kind of a problem in the first game, and it's still like it's slightly better, but like it's still a problem I have, which is like the movement and kind of the exploring and the climbing. Just kind of
Sure.
she feels pretty slow a lot of times, unless I'm
Feels
rolling.
heavy,
And
right? Yeah.
she feels very heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's just a big problem. I think that they need to maybe adjust in the next game. I don't know. She definitely feels heavy. I feel like when I'm climbing things, she feels way too heavy. I want to be climbing a little quicker.
Yeah, I'm with you on the climbing. The climbing doesn't feel fantastic. Again, updated though from Zero Dawn, which is what I appreciate. They at least took time and made some tweaks and stuff. Even the melee and the climbing are the two big things that I'd still say aren't great in this game. You know, are okay to bad even in this game. But they did upgrade them enough to the point where at least they're thinking about it and at least they know, right?
Yeah,
which is what I appreciate.
It still just feels like we're doing Uncharted, and it's like we've been doing, or even Assassin's Creed, and we've been doing that for so long. Like,
I like climbing. Like, don't get me wrong. When I have like you're in one of those. We were talking about like the cauldrons the other day and stuff like that. When you're climbing in that, I'm having a good time. Like, I'm having fun with it. But I don't think it's like top notch climbing in games. You know.
Yeah. It just needs to feel a little more fluid.
I appreciate though with the melee that we have combos now, which is nice. Combos nice. I really love that resonator blast thing when you build it up on the humans. Have you been doing this that much?
No. What is that? Is that one of the Valors?
So you hit guys enough with the melee. It only really works with humans. It's not with the Valors.
Okay.
This is its own separate thing.
Okay.
Which I really like the Valor system as well. We'll get to that in a second. But it's melee. You build it up through melee with the what was I talking about? The resonator blast. That was it. Or it's called something else. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, a part of their armor will pop up blue, and then you shoot that, and like a huge blast will come out after that.
And does it hit other people with that?
Yeah, it hits other people with that and stuff like that too. So I really like that. Valor Surges, that's a big
Valor Surges
addition.
are cool.
Yeah, Valor Surges are very cool. They're kind of like a power up that you'd expect in like kind of like an RPG like, but
it's
there's
funny
a bunch of
because
them too.
My big thing was like I want my ancient armor back no matter what. That's my only thing. That's the only thing I've ever wanted.
We talked about this, yeah.
And I went and you showed me like that what are they called again?
Valor
Valors,
Surges,
right?
Yeah.
The Valor. There is one called. I think it's called Over. Is it
Overshield?
Overshield. That's Halo. Is it called Overshield?
I don't know. Who knows? Shield something.
Yeah, maybe it's Overshield. So there is one that's very similar. So you pop it and you get like the glowy bits as well, and you could take hits, like it ups your armor, and like that's just the one I stuck with now because it's like that's what I want.
Oh, did you unlock that Valor Surge?
Yeah, I went down to just all the rest of that perks since we talked were just going into that.
So is it just like a shield, like an invincible shield type thing?
It is basically the same thing.
Is it okay? That's cool.
Yeah, I want that as armor though. Like that's what I want. I want the.
You just really want that armor, huh? You've been talking about that for like months. It's like this kid is obsessed with this armor.
Since they announced it, I have said I really only want that armor. That's all I've wanted is that armor. That was the best thing in Horizon for me.
Really? Why do you like that armor so much?
It's so cool. And I just take hits.
Sure.
Aloy flies. You take hits, and you don't take any damage. I love it. It's just such a satisfying thing.
I like it for like a end game item.
Yes, it's very satisfying.
I very much like it for that. You still
powerful.
might, honestly. I guess, or maybe they're just replacing it with this Valor Surge, but who knows?
It feels like that's what they're doing because there's probably just other new armor.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we got really sidetracked there with this armor. But
I love the armor.
What else do the new additions? The polecaster, the glider, and the hook. I like all three of these as an addition. I have problems with all three of them as well. But I very much like that they're there to just enhance gameplay and stuff like that, and let you do other things, give you a bit more variety. My problems, I mean, grappling shot hook, I got a big problem with. I think that this grappling hook is very much just the Batman grappling hook. It just takes you somewhere, and that's really
you could do in more than one location.
What do you mean?
Like the grappling Batman's thing, he could do it way.
Oh, you could like do it onto the wall and stuff like that.
Way more stuff.
Yeah, sure. This one they just they kind of just set up little poles and stuff around. Yeah, the grappling hook is not you would want it way more expansive and stuff like this for it to actually be considered a grappling hook. Again, I like that it's there. I like the option to just get out of areas when I'm in combat and stuff like that. But it is certainly not like a game-changing thing. It doesn't add a whole lot to the game.
No.
It's just a nice little addition to be there for traversal purposes, exploring purposes, and then a little bit in combat, not too much.
I don't use it in combat. It feels too slow.
Yeah,
me.
you never like use it to just like get out of that area when like go to the. Have you been in the arena yet?
I have not fought in an arena yet. No.
Okay, so yeah, so in the arena, there's a shit ton of them everywhere. So like then I kept using it all over the place in the arena. But yeah, I'm with you. It doesn't add that much. Polecaster's cool for some. I like these. They got these relic ruins side quests that are like giant environmental puzzles. Not giant, but you know they're like a house size environmental puzzle. And you can use the polecaster for a lot of that. A lot of pulling crates down like Last of Us and stuff like that and pushing it somewhere. And I like it for exploration purposes, the polecaster. And then the glider I want to get to. The glider, I like. It is like the most basic glider you can get at this point. Yeah.
Like I was telling you when we were first starting the game, it just needs to be a button and pop out. I don't need to be holding that thing. It is quicker than like that I guess maybe it sounds like, but I just want to pop, like, if I'm in the air, I should just be able to hit square and immediately comes out.
Sure.
Immediate. Like, it should just be, like, it feels like everything in this game is a little too slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Again, heavy, you know?
Even
when you're
heavy.
on the glider, you feel like you go down very quickly.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Everything feels heavy. I think that the next step for them in Horizon 3 is now let's just what feels fun. What's the most fun feeling?
I get it. I mean, but you don't want your game to feel floaty either. There's a balance there. There's a balance that I'm sure they fucked with constantly as they were making this game, and I'm sure it's very hard. And I don't envy them being a game developer.
No, I don't mean to make it trivialize it because I'm sure that it takes them a long time. But that would be my next thing is like let's find a little bit more of a balance, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to bring Breath of the Wild back into it, but like Breath of the Wild doesn't feel floaty, but it's very snappy and very quick.
No, I mean the physics in Breath of the Wild are 10 out of 10. That's like the best part about that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so hard if you're trying to compare something to that. You know.
Definitely. But like let's try to get a little smoother, a little quicker. That would be what I would say.
Sure, I would like that too. Like I said though, with all three of those things, I think they're very nice additions to have. I much prefer them to be there than to not be there. You know what I mean? Even if I do have problems with each of them, I feel like they're all good additions to the gameplay.
Yeah, and they really haven't done a ton with combat to change it up. It is still very similar. I feel like in general, if you didn't like the first game, there isn't enough here that would change you from liking it.
No, I don't think so either.
Like I think if you weren't a fan of the first game, then you're probably not going to like this game. I know The Sims, like I'll kind of throw his things in here. He says it's incredible so far. He wrote another thing in the doc again. He has a problem of wanting to explore too much when he really likes the story, so he keeps getting sidetracked and stuff. But
good for Sims for playing this.
I want to have more of a conversation with him because I know he is one of us that likes but doesn't love the first, and I don't think he beat it. So I'd be very curious. He did beat it. Okay, okay.
I know that with gameplay though, there are some minor things that I really like. I really like the highlight the own component on the different machines for this one.
Yeah.
So like if I need a certain component, I can just highlight that and then have it on there. Or also when you just highlight a target now, all the components just light up, so I know exactly what to shoot on this one. Yeah. Love little touches like that. Big fan of this overarching arrow that you can shoot, and it goes way further than the normal ones. If you pulled, it's a skill upgrade. So there's a bunch.
Yeah, I saw that one. I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, that one's really cool for like far away targets, and like kind of she aims up, and it's like a overarching marker that you can try to land on your opponents. Yeah, so you can shoot them from like really far away with that. Loving stuff like that. Let me see. We talked about the Valor Surges. I'm a big fan of those. There's this one that like shocks the ground that I'm trying to work my way up to with the skill points.
What skill tree is that?
I can't remember. I think it was the trap one. Might have been the trap one.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, that looks really... But it was like a ground pound move, and she like shocks the ground. Yeah, so I'm trying to work that.
Oh, was that in one of the original trailers? Where she she takes the spear, like takes the thing, and, like stabs the ground
that's
or whatever?
They show the animation of that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work my way up to that, because that one sounds really cool. Right now, I'm sticking with the health one. I'm playing on normal, so the game is kind of difficult, but Yeah, I got the health one right now, and it just like constantly heals you for a certain amount of time. So like I can just take as much damage as I want.
You're gonna get to
Kinda
that
like a shield
overshield?
thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm hoping you get enough skills to get all of them. I think you will because you get a lot of skills. But
Yeah, I'm popping like quest skills.
yeah, you get so
like,
many skills exactly that I'm just hoping you're able to fill out the whole chart by the end of the game.
Are
So I'm
you?
gonna
How do you
try
feel
everything
about
at least.
these skill trees? Though?
Skills? There's a lot. It's overwhelming at first, for sure.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like it a lot, man. I like the. I feel like
Yeah,
each
it
skill, not all of
feels-
them, but a lot of them add something. Especially like the corner ones, they like actually add something to my gameplay that I'm actually feeling
Sure.
and playing, which I enjoy.
It feels like it's a little too much. It feels a little overwhelming of like how many. I feel like maybe they could have like streamlined it just a bit. There's a lot, and they especially with them having is it 6 trees?
Yeah,
I guess
6
it's
trees.
it's just a lot. It feels
Yeah, maybe you
Assassin's
coulda-
Creed level.
Oh,
like,
it is that big too, right? And I mean, that's one
Yeah.
thing we can talk about in general is this game feels huge, man. This feels much more
Yeah,
like an RPG than the last one.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a positive for me
Yeah.
personally, because like I look at the map and I'm like, I want to do some of the side quests, but like I don't care. Like I know I love this game, but like I don't care about this much stuff.
Sure.
I really don't.
No, I can
Like-
totally see that.
Like
I mean,
this is just an
there's a
Assassin's Creed
lot.
map now. Like I feel like the first one kind of had that, but it still had like its own
First
vibe.
one felt a bit more contained and like
Yeah.
had its own. This one just kind of feels like there's a lot of structures I like more in this one, but it does feel like a lot at the time, which I'm really enjoying right now because I am so into the lore and into the story and I want to learn everything. But like what happened to me with Far Cry 6, where eventually like I was enjoying my time with that game, but eventually I just burned out of steam and I was just like I'm good.
So much on the map.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe a week from now I'm telling you the same thing with this. I mean, I doubt
I feel
it.
like I don't want to keep comparing it to Far Cry 6, but it felt
Sure.
like that was very similar. You really liked Far Cry 6, and then you
I did,
really
yeah.
just you took a nosedive, and you just
Yeah,
completely
I
stopped.
was just playing it so much, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm good. Yeah, and I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that happens with this. Again, I am much more interested in the story and
Yeah,
the world and stuff in this
maybe
than I
not
was
as
in Far
much.
Cry 6. Yeah, and I was. I mean, honestly, I think combat is out much better in this than it is. I don't want to compare it to Far Cry 6. so
It's
much,
a little
but,
different.
like,
It's a shooter.
yeah,
It-
I
it's
mean,
different.
if you're asking me, I think this is top-notch combat for open world games. You know, I think this is you could put it up against any of them. I think it's probably better than all of them. If I'm being honest, I don't really see what touches this combat.
mean-
for me personally,
You'd have to compare it more with like third-person games,
sure.
but because like there are like more action-focused games that might just feel better. But
Definitely.
just a little
I'm not
quicker,
saying that.
you know.
And again, it's just
But-
my opinion. So
Yeah.
who knows?
I agree mostly though.
I want to talk about side quests and structure like that
Sure.
because with side quests, I'm really enjoying all these side quests. I think they took a big step up in the game for side quests. What I think it still is bad in this game are side characters, and there are certain side characters where like, so slight spoilers, you get like a base later on. And then there's people inside your base. I don't know if you've been back to your base yet, because I know you're right around.
I have
that
not
part.
gone back. No.
So you go back to your base, and all of a sudden it's like a Mass Effect ship area, and you can go up. You can have different dialogue options with all the other people there in that base and stuff like that. And you'll get side quests from them that are kind of like loyalty missions, almost. At least that's what it reminded me of like, oh hey, I just got this person's side quest, and it has like deep story connections to her lore and stuff like that. And we're gonna go off and do a mission together. And
do I need to
got
finish
that
this
from the
first?
base.
This mission I'm on.
Yeah,
before
and then
that
go back to
happens?
the base, and then
Okay.
and then you can go through and dude, there was a shit ton more dialogue options. Like I was in there for like 2 hours just talking to everyone. I know you're just saying you have a little bit of problem with talking to everyone so much, but I was finding those side characters to be much more fleshed out than your traditional Horizon side characters.
I like Varl so far. I like
Varl's great. See, the
what's the
ones they
girl's name?
put Zoe.
Zoe. I like
yeah.
Zoe. I like
The
those
ones
two.
they put in this base, they know what they're doing because they put all the good side characters in this base, and it's like, oh,
Instead
I
of
get
just around the world.
yeah, instead of just around the world, and it's like, cool, I get to really learn more about these characters, and these are the best characters. You can tell they put more time in the writing and stuff in these characters, so those are the
still
best side
like-
characters.
I'm still like whatever on Errand. I mean, he's fine.
Me too. And see,
he's just like he's a goof.
but that's what I mean, though. At least we get more of Aaron, and he seems more fleshed out in this game and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
even though I don't like his character that much, you know, yeah, he kind of just annoys me too.
He's just a brutish, just dude. I don't know.
But I do still think this game, like Zero Dawn, has a problem with the characters in the world that aren't in that base. I think those characters are all very forgettable, most of them. But what I do think these side missions are doing a really good job at is building out the area and like that settlement in particular, giving me like a
okay.
good backstory for that settlement and just like what's been going on in that area and that tribe's lore and stuff like that. I think they're doing a really good job of that, and it's just the characters themselves aren't that interesting, but the area is very interesting.
Yeah, they have a line to balance because it's like the tribe stuff and like what's happening now stuff, and then like the past stuff and the sci-fi stuff. Like I'm generally more interested in the sci-fi stuff, especially with the first game. I cared way more about the sci-fi than I did about the what's happening in the time now. But they're definitely trying to find a balance there, because like I'm wondering if I'm not the only one that feels that way. I would wonder if people care more about that, the tribal stuff, but I don't know.
I like both. Like, I'm very interested in both, but I agree with you that when we do start talking about the old world and more sci-fi stuff and what's going on, that kind of stuff leans in more into the main story. I am more interested then than I am in just like what's going on with this tribe. And there are certain tribes too where I've noticed like I'm much more interested in this tribe than I am that other tribe. You know what I mean?
You know, I just a real tangent, real quick.
Sure.
The lead up to this game, and then even kind of in the beginning of this game, into the intro. I want to say real quick, intro is way too long.
I agree. Oh, that's one problem I had with the game. Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. No, it's fine. Go ahead, real quick.
I was gonna say the first 3 hours or so. It took me a while to like really.
It was like 5 hours for me.
Yeah, it took me a little while to like really get into this game.
Even the first open area.
Yeah.
Ish. I was still very like, what? We need to get going.
I really don't think they knew how to open it. I think they wrote this thing. That's what it feels like. It feels like they wrote this thing out and they were like, how do we open this game? And it really felt like they had no idea. Like, it really.
I agree so much.
Yeah.
The intro is just not good.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's way too long.
Which I wonder if that'll put a lot of people off, because.
I think it does.
Yeah, I wonder if a lot of people will drop it after like 5 hours or so because they're just not getting into it, because it does. Not that it's not fun. Like, I was having a good time and stuff, but like, yeah, it did take me a while to like really get into the story and stuff like that, and really want to see the world more and stuff like that. Yeah.
I agree so much. I forget what I was saying though.
Oh God,
I'm
sorry. You're talking about the opening. You were saying it's too long.
Yeah.
It must have something.
I was leaning into something else. Oh no, I forgot what I was saying.
It's okay. I can keep talking. I got a lot to say.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Okay. I love the new machines, man. The new machines we gotta talk about, because
I
love. It's like finding Pokemon for me when I see new machines. I'm like, this is dope. This is cool. The kangaroo is hilarious, dude. He's got like a little rope for a pouch, and he like spins around and hits you with it. Fucking funny. The mammoth was very cool. Have you fought a mammoth yet?
Just the story one.
The story one? Okay, yeah. I found one out in the wild, and that was terrifying. But yeah. What other new one did I want to? Oh, the snake. The snake was obviously very cool. We've seen that one in trailers.
Part of the intro.
Yeah, that one's very fun. You fight a couple more of them as well, and then I can't recall any other new machines right now. But yeah,
there's even just some more like other ones, like smaller ones that are kind of new. I don't remember like names. There was like a ferret, which is newer. Because remember, the original one had like those dog-looking ones.
Oh yeah, I forget what they call them.
And now there's the ferret-looking thing. I forget that name. That's a newer one. Yeah, I mean the robots were the best part of the original, and they still very good.
Yeah. What else did I want to mention here? Oh, the arena and melee pits. I'm a huge fan of arenas in games. I think every game with good combat should have an arena. So I very much like this one here. It's really cool too. They have like friend leaderboards on this one, so it connects to the multiplayer. You can compare with your friends. Yeah, that's really.
So they
cool
only
idea.
Are these pits only melee?
No, there's proper arena, and then there's melee pits as well. So there's one big proper arena, and then that isn't melee pit, has nothing to do with that. And then there's 4 different melee pits throughout the world, and those ones are just fighting like one big human boss, and then there's other challenges in that which do like combos with the melee and stuff like that. Those ones are pretty easy.
Yeah. I want to say something that sounds weird. Is this game just too bright for you? I feel like, the game looks amazing. Maybe I just need to turn.
Yeah, I guess we didn't even mention that, man. This game looks fucking incredible.
Yeah, I've had weird, like not a ton of technical issues, but little weird, like graphical things. Like I'm hoping because they're doing a new update.
A couple pop-ins here and there in the background and stuff like that. Yeah, what are you playing on exactly?
Performance.
You're on performance. Okay, so I'm on the other mode, whatever they call it.
Resolution, probably.
Resolution, yeah, whatever. Because that is what Digital Foundry ended up recommending, and it's funny. I've gotten really into Digital Foundry this whole gen. I don't know why.
Oh, they're great.
Digital Foundry's great. I never got into it. I never cared.
They
before.
always
But
do
yeah,
those
ever
tech
since this
breakdowns.
gen, yeah, I've been really getting it. I've watched like all their videos recently. But yeah, they recommended the resolution one if you have a 4K TV and all that because it is a big downgrade to performance mode with 60 frames and stuff like that. It's just unfortunate I don't get the 60, but
I wanted 60. I tried. It doesn't feel right. I need it to be 60.
yeah,
I'll take whatever it looks like. But yeah,
yeah.
maybe I just need to turn my brightness down. It's just very bright. When that sun's out, it kind of hurts.
Yeah, HDR is
Um,
weird. It's a weird
it
thing to get finicky with too. It's like I don't like fucking with the
yeah.
HDR too much either because then it can look like really off. So it's weird. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the game definitely very vibrant. Like I can see the game like graphically not working for some people because it's not. It is super realistic, but it's also just super colorful and vibrant. And some people just
I love the scenery, man. I love the
yeah.
way they make everything look and like the blades of grass look so bright and like they're not afraid to make each area look different, which I love so much.
Definitely. I just got to there was the mission I'm on was there was like a ice area or like mountainish stuff, so it was very snowy and stuff. It looked really nice.
It looks like Polar Express. Like the character models, that's immediately what I thought of. I was like, wow, this looks like as good as Polar Express. Maybe not, it's probably not as good as that. Yeah, the Tom Hanks thing. It probably doesn't look as good as that, but like in my mind when I'm talking to people and they do like the close up face up part the angle, I'm like, oh, this is Polar Express. Look at that.
Should we talk about Aloy?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about, Ayla?
Just in general, her character.
I'm finding her to. I
she
like
feels
her character,
different.
and you really feel like the weight she's putting on herself in this main story. Like she's really putting it all on herself, and I'm kind of expecting at some point with the main story for that to like really catch up to her and be like, no, you have to let people help you and stuff like that. I kind of think that's where that's going. But yeah,
does she feel different?
What do you mean?
Just her character. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm reading into it. I don't know. She just feels different.
Yeah, I don't.
How I remember Aloy being in the first game.
She had more of a sense of like discovery in the first game. I think like she really wanted to go out and figure all this stuff out. Now it just, again, I think it's just like has story reasons to do why she feels kind of different.
It's probably that way.
She's not here for discovery. Like she has a very much let's get this shit done mentality in this game.
Yeah, I really like Aloy, but I feel like a lot of in the story so far, the game wants me to not like her. It seems like, and it's probably story reasons. Sure. I feel like they want her to be very put offish.
Yeah, I haven't felt that too much.
Well, I feel like they want you to be in the shoes of everyone else. It seems like she's very constant against Varl. Like she just leaves that first intro in the intro. She just leaves and goes.
Sure, yeah. She's very much like I can do this shit myself. I don't need your help, type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's very put offish to me.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
But you know, I agree. Maybe it's a story reason. Maybe it will get there. But I do really like Aloy.
I do too. Yeah, I think her characters, especially in these side things, you know, she's just trying to like really help everyone and like get all this, get people together and stuff like that. I really like it. I think she's a very, you know, I know it said you put offish a little bit, but she's a very like positive person. You know, it's not like she's never like down. I'm never like depressed.
It always feels like she's keeping an arm's length between her and everyone else.
Sure, and I think that is a big story reason probably.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to mention here. Yeah, I really like the relic rune things, like I said, and then those are the puzzle environmental ones. Any side things you want to shout out?
I
know you're saying you like those cauldrons.
I like the cauldrons from the first one. I'm still curious how many are in this one.
Yeah, so I did another one of those, and what I was looking at in the base was like the machines you get to override after you do the cauldrons, because you do that and that. But I unlocked like 3 of them from one of the cauldrons, so it's not 20. There was 20 of those.
Yeah, you get a bunch. Marks. You get a bunch for because I've only done 2. The one you have to do, and then another one.
Okay, so you done one more than me in the cauldrons then.
Yeah, there's one. Well, there's one very near a town, like right next to a main mission. Right at like I forget what the name of the town. Right near the beginning. So I just did that one. It was.
Yeah, I think I did that one too.
Pretty low level. So.
I really like the stash system in this one as well, with sending all your over.
He needs to stop saying it.
I'll put this in my stash.
I'll put this in my stash. I get it, Aloy. Okay.
It could really use like I just walk over and pick everything up type of thing.
Yeah, or it needs to be quicker.
Triangle. Yeah.
Like have a skill or something that just makes it quicker. Like let me just run it.
Just
and
let me.
tap.
You know I'm gonna take everything, so just let me walk over the body and pick everything up. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Why would I not take everything when everything extra just gets sent to the stash?
Because it just takes too long. That's why.
Yeah.
It does. I'm not
forever.
getting all this stupid branches.
Okay, cool.
Anything else? Anything else in your notes? No.
I got a lot of notes here, man.
I mean, we still got another week, so.
Yeah, I got another week. I'm not going to beat it till next week, so we'll be able to talk about it more next. Oh, I'm a big fan of that dynamic camera thing. I don't know if you turned that on, but I have enjoyed that. So in the camera, you can make it always just stay on her left side, I think, or one of the sides. It'll permanently stay there. Or you can switch it to dynamic, and it'll kind of like go to the right sometimes, or stay in the middle more, or go to the left a little bit more. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of it, because I don't know, it like changes the feel of it a little bit. I'm all about variety.
Odd.
I'm a variety type of guy, you know what I mean?
It sounds odd to me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't like, you don't notice it when it changes, but like it'll change. I don't know. I'm a big fan of it actually. I think more games should incorporate that. But yeah, that is the last thing I will mention for this week. We'll talk more about Horizon next week.
Yeah, of course.
Having a great time though. Loving it.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Fucking
I've been excited for this game, you know, for really 2 years now. Supposed to come out last year, so
I'm excited for this game since the last one. You know what I mean?
Am I right?
Am I right or am I right? Daniel, you got a game for me then?
Yeah. So again, when
Can we do
Daddy's
another tier
away,
list?
we're doing another
love
tier
the tier
list.
list.
I knew you would. So I found one here, and I think this one's gonna be a fun one. Okay, we're gonna do games. I'm gonna do games again, and I'm gonna do something that me and you both love very dearly. Can you think of what that is?
Kingdom Hearts. Let's go, baby. Dream drop distance 0.265. Oh yeah.
What's the other one? What's
there's Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
No, it's
one?
like it's a fraction. There's one that has a fraction in the title.
358 over 2 days.
Why is it a fraction? Why are we doing that?
Love it.
In our title. No, but we are doing. Oh no, it died on me. What happened? There we go. I had to reload it. We are doing the 3D Mario games.
Let's do it.
You ready? So we have. I looked. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3D Mario games.
There's 7 of them. Oh,
yes,
you counting 3D World
and Land.
And Land. Okay. 3D Land was a. Which one was that? That was a 3D game.
That was a 3DS game, if you remember. It was partial.
I never played that. I never even knew that was its own thing. Okay,
you remember 3D Land?
No, not at all.
It was huge when the 3DS came out.
Was it?
It was that main 3DS game.
Oh, okay. That wasn't a 2D game. Oh, we'll get there.
It was like this.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it dealt with
Down
the 3D.
middle?
So they're counting it here. So I feel like it's in between.
Count
so
it, why not?
it's not 2D. So I feel like we can count.
Okay.
So number 1, we're gonna just start with the GOAT, Mario 64.
I mean, this is gonna be really hard not to put everything in S tier.
I know. So let's. Okay. So I agree. So let's just compare them to each other, right?
Okay.
Let's do it that way. So we know these are
that
all
way. They're
10 out of
not
10s.
all in S tier.
Every one of these is a 10 out of 10, right?
I would agree. Well, I don't know about Sunshine. But
maybe them to. Okay, they are 9s and 10s.
Sure. I agree. Okay.
They're all 9 and 10s.
Okay,
So let's just compare
them to each other. Okay.
So where is 64? How much do we? It being the first and its iconic status probably also. Is this just an S?
You have to with what this did for gaming at the time and 3D
Totally
games
changed video
and all
games.
that. Yeah, it's completely changed video games. Also set Mario off on this new 3D path, which has just been incredible the whole time. Yeah, I mean this has to be S tier. Plus, it's just an incredible game overall. I mean each level design is so good and
Such iconic levels.
yeah, I have such nostalgia for this game as well. So yeah, this is an S
Running
tier for
around
me.
like the outside.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
owned this game until like the that collection, but like my cousin had the N64, so I got to play hers. And yeah, just running around the castle and then the outside and just exploring that is just so cool.
Yeah,
Nice little hub area.
the end when you can fly with the hat and stuff, and I remember flying around the castle and stuff like that, going to meet Yoshi at the top. I have such nostalgia for all that stuff, and
Yeah.
this is an S tier game for sure.
Yes. I guess we'll just keep going in order. Sunshine.
So this is one I have not ever actually
Yeah, I have
beaten.
not beaten
Excuse me.
either.
Yeah, I've not ever actually beaten Sunshine, but I've played a decent amount of it at friends' house,
Yeah, me
and
too.
then I own the Switch version and stuff like that, which I've dabbled in. So I would put this B if we're comparing. Well, I would probably put this C if we're comparing it to others. I think it's probably the lowest tier 3D game.
I think what puts it, what helps it stand out is the visual style. I think
Sure.
is top tier visual style. I love the beach vibes. I love the water. Like the water physics are so beautiful. They still hold up.
I
And
feel like this game in general, though, is where everyone hating 3D water levels comes from.
probably.
I think it comes from this, honestly, because there was a lot of that in this game, and the jetpack thing is not good with how much you
Doesn't
use
feel
that.
great.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. The water jetpack is not like.
I don't think it feels bad, but it doesn't feel great.
Yeah, but it's not this like 10 out of 10 3D Mario thing like you'd expect, like Cappy when we get to Odyssey later on. That's a great addition. The water backpack is not that.
I don't know if I have enough argument to put it at B, so I guess we'll put it at C.
Cool. I think one of
Um,
them, if something has to go that low, it should be that.
Yeah. We also have to D. We have C, A, or S, A, B, C, D.
I don't think it's a bad game, so I certainly wouldn't put it in
No.
D.
I mean,
so.
I still think it's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Easy. Next, Mario Galaxy.
I mean,
Easy.
Daniel, this is an S
Easy,
game.
dude.
This is an S
Easy.
game. I have no
It's
other
so
argument. This game
easy.
is fucking amazing.
It's perfect,
This is-
dude. It's a
yeah,
perfect
I
video
love
game.
everything about this. I mean, there's a couple levels in there where I wouldn't like that one where you're
Sure.
controlling the thing with the race, and there's a few in there. Where
There's
I'm
the
like,
the ones that I don't like. That one I'm not as bad, but the one where you're like slingshotting Mario sometimes
Yeah.
feels a little off. But those are like few and far in between. Like this game is just
definitely.
perfect.
Yeah, the game's incredible. Level design again. I mean, we're
The
gonna be shouting out
observatory?
level design. Yeah, the observatory, that hub world, it's fucking awesome. Everything about this game is so cool. Just the vibe of it going up into space and then having the whole 3D aspect of moving around the planets and stuff like that yourself.
Amazing.
It's so cool. Love it.
And I love his attack, the spin attack, because you could use it for platforming.
Yeah.
It gives you a little like extra bit in the platforming. It's also good just attack to attack enemies. with.
even the collecting star thing with the pointer and stuff like that.
Gives you
I
something to
find that
do.
stuff fun. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, S
Yeah.
tier. I think it's
Easy.
very much an iconic game. Another one, I have so much nostalgia for this game, even though it's so much older than 64. But yeah, this is way back in 2007 already. So yeah, love
Or
this.
2006. 2006, I think.
No,
I think that's
7.
when. Are you sure?
Yeah, because that was that year where like everything good was coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking it was 2006. Next, we have one that I have not played, actually. Mario Galaxy 2.
Again, Daniel, this is
Is this an
tier.
S?
This is
Is
S
this an
tier.
S?
Daniel, I like this game more than I like Super Mario Galaxy 1. And I think it is a
Oh.
better game with the additions they have. I think
So,
there is better like mini type things in this than there are in the original Super Mario Galaxy.
okay.
Again, everything you expect from the first Super Mario Galaxy is there again, so maybe that's a little bit of why you would downgrade this one to A. But I think this is overall a better game than Super Mario Galaxy. And this one has the
didn't
addition
ask.
of Yoshi in a lot of the levels and
It
stuff
has
like
Yoshi.
that, which is very
Um,
fun. They
is
really
Galaxy
do a great
above-
job at that.
64. I didn't ask.
Ooh, ranking them.
Because it is, they're both an S, but I should order them.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it is above 64.
I will stand with you. I agree. Yeah, Galaxy above 64, even though the iconic status of 64, but
Yeah.
I would still say.
So 2. I'm kind of lean on you in here with 2. So
I think it's a better game overall, but it does do a good amount of stuff that's new from the first Galaxy, but maybe not all that much to where it does just take a lot of the same ideas and stuff like that as well. Again, that planet thing I was talking about, that the whole iconic part of Galaxy is like walking around the planets and being in space and less gravity and stuff like that. That is all back here, and I would say, again, it's a little bit better, but I would probably put it under 64, still in S tier, just because
still
it
an
does.
S under 64.
Just because it is a sequel and it does take so much from the original Galaxy. But I do think it is. I would probably call it. We'll get there.
Yeah, we will.
We'll
Yeah,
get
we will.
there.
Next, I guess this one's for me. Mario 3D Land, which
Yeah,
I think
I don't
did a
even know
nice
really
job.
what this is.
It was a launch game for the 3DS, and it dealt with like it had used the 3D and kind of showed the different perspective of you can run and stuff. It does. It's basically Mario 3D World is basically a sequel. So you know how it messes with the perspectives and stuff.
Oh, so it's got that like 2D, 3D aspect to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a really cool game. It's not my favorite Mario game. I'd probably put it at B. I think I like it more than Sunshine, personally.
Cool.
So
Where does it take place? Like, is there a hub world type thing?
I don't remember. I
You
don't think
remember?
so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it was just pick. I think it was just kind of pick levels. Um, Now next we only have two more. Next we got 3D World.
Hmm. I played this one last year for
Yeah.
first time. I think I owned it
So
on Wii U. Oh.
they got the cat suit. You
Cat
got
suit's cool.
co-op, which is really cool. Really fun to play co-op.
Again, I would put this at B. I don't think this is a top tier Mario game. It's certainly not a top tier 3D Mario game, but I think it's probably comparable to the one 3D Land what you just
No, I
talked
think
about.
it's better.
Think it's better than that. Have you played through this one?
Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to buy it on Switch and play the whole thing.
Yeah, it's good. I had a good time with it last year when I played it.
It also has Bowser's Fury, which might bump it to A.
Yeah,
You get that as
ooh,
well.
that's a good point. Bowser's Fury. I mean, we're arguing about this one all day. That should be counted as its own thing, probably, because it is completely different.
It's this DLC.
It is, but it doesn't play anything like 3D
Sure.
World.
No, yeah.
Bowser's Fury is much more its own 3D game than it is DLC to 3D World. In my mind,
I mean,
least.
it has.
If you want to include that with it, that bumps it up for me.
Well, here, I didn't want to say this. On this thing that I'm looking at, it has 64 DS and Bowser's Fury on two separate
On two
tiles.
separate
That
ones,
I didn't. I was just not going to include them.
Yeah,
just
no, that's fine.
I was going to let 3D World and Fury be one package because it is one package.
So I will say this: 3D World is a B to me, but if you include Bowser's Fury, it's an A. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Even though I don't think either of those are great or top-notch Mario things, I think they're both good.
Sure, definitely a 9, easy.
Yeah.
And now we are at Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, Daniel, I don't know how you feel about this one, but maybe I'm just biased towards last gen because I like it so much. But this is my favorite 3D Mario game. I think this is the best one overall as well. I was gonna say Super Mario Galaxy 2 is, but I think Odyssey beats it out just a little bit. I think Odyssey is exactly what you want from a 3D Mario game. It has everything there that you would want. Cool characters, not that that's what you would want, but great level design, great platforming, cool new additions, stuff like that. And it plays like sort of in the vein of Mario 64, which is what we all wanted, you know? So with all that, I think this is the best 3D Mario game.
I absolutely don't need to say a single word different because it is the best 3D Mario game.
I'm glad we're on the same page
Odyssey.
there. Shout out
Are you
to the
kidding
food
me?
level.
The food level was very cool.
I love the food level.
New Donk City, you get the whole like musical part.
Great part.
So
I mean,
cool.
How cool is that part? You know what I mean? It's one of the best parts in any game.
I remember there's that like weird construction niche type of level, and then you fall down, and then you go into the Lost Woods, and then there's a dinosaur down there, and it's dark, and it's a horror game. What is happening?
And we got to shout out the whole Cappy mechanic too. I mean, throwing
Cappy
the Cap on there,
cool.
taking over the dinosaur and stuff like that.
Huge
Being able to
variety
jump
of
on
things.
Cappy with that extra step jump thing is really cool, and the game just feels so good to play.
There's so many different little like enemies you could take over that have all different mechanics. Like they constantly are changing the mechanic of like being a bullet bill and just moving around, or there's like the caterpillar thing where you can like extend, or there's that flippy one where you like get tall and you flip.
Yeah,
that was a weird one.
that
like,
stuff's really cool too.
The frog, you just jump. Like,
Yeah,
super
man,
fun.
this game was great.
Oh, dude,
this is still my favorite Switch game.
My favorite game in 2017.
Is it? Yeah, this is.
Breath of the Wild, then Horizon. That was like my top 3.
Sure. Mine's a little bit different in the list, but this is still my favorite game on the Nintendo Switch just in general. So, yeah, I love this game.
It's so good. So, yeah, I'll read them out then. So, we got 4 games in the S. We have
it starts
Odyssey number 1, Galaxy 64, then Galaxy 2. That's all S. A tier, you got 3D World. Then you got B tier is 3D Land, and C tier is Super Mario Sunshine.
Great list. Can't wait to add to it again. Come on, Nintendo.
Where's the another
next
3D
one?
Mario game?
That's
Come
what
on.
we need. That's all I'm waiting for. I will be so
Uh-huh.
excited for that day.
I know. I want it. Where's this team doing? They've been making a game since
They've been
2017.
quiet. They've been quiet. Think how good the next one's gonna be. It's
Oh.
gonna be at least 6 years by that point. You know what I mean? More than likely. So
Next year, maybe? You think next year?
yeah, maybe. I'm hopeful. I mean, I don't know. Unless they just want to hold out for the Switch 2 and put the next 3D Mario on there at launch. If that's their plan, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so.
I hope not. You know what I mean? Because they just said Switch is in the midway of its life cycle.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
too
believe that
far,
was
man.
the second time they said that. So it is too far. So yeah, I would be expecting it probably next year. Can't take that long. I mean, Super Mario Galaxy 2 was 4 years after the first one, so it's already been 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, Daniel,
Long
that'll
time.
do it. That'll do it for Nerdic Gods, episode 107.
107.
Getting up there. A lot of episodes.
Yeah.
A lot of episodes. Hopefully
Yeah.
Sims is back next week.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. He's having computer issues.
Should be, but we don't know.
We don't know. We will keep you guys updated on that front. Please, I want to remind everyone to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. I've been meaning to say that in the beginning of the show, but I keep forgetting. Daniel, remind me next week. Anyways,
Okay.
we'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.